Alright, time to go fishing. It requires constant internet connection. Good to know. Legal information. Players plan to set the user agreement. EULA. Cool, fine. The amazing Roach Buster. I don't want that name. Fun running gag. And the next person stops up here. Great day for fishing. Is like, yeah. Alright. Customize your appearance. Dude man. Got going for the face here. Asian. Not a lot of face customization, but given the nature of the type of game that is, it doesn't really. I can see this poor beard. It wasn't one of the options. I have 3 hairs. I don't have a hair color. Yeah, there's a skin color option and an eye color option, which I can only barely see, but NPC Man series. I think I've seen some of those, but just because I like how it goes with the shirt. That's really about the only reason. Alright, this place is beautiful. Just look around. There. Look, there's a fisher. There's a good fishing spot nearby. Go towards it. Easy. Easy. Don't rush it. Lots of fish here. Try to catch one. The R button. Wait for a fish to bite. I get our lines all tangled up. And ZL strikes. This right? You doing anything else? Strike failed because the line between the rod and float was too loose. Okay. It was in or lost. Sorry, I didn't know what any buttons do. Alright. Again. Wait for a bite. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it goes. It worked that time. Really know what the CR. There we got something. A bluegill. Guess I'll keep it. I don't really know the benefit of keeping it or not. I'll keep the fish and try to catch another one. Okay, good. Told me to keep it. Trying to catch them with bread. That makes sense. I used to do that and stuff. Yeah, fish check the fish skin. It's like, what size does it need to be? Because I think there's rules about that. That one's pretty tiny. ½ pound. James fishing spot. Catch a bigger fish. Select swampy exploration location. Where is that? Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out how to move the controller there. Right stick. Hey, good morning there, Hollywood. Days are on the way. I'll go fishing. That was the tank engine. There you go. Different reference. Even the Dirt League was the system one we had earlier this morning, so appreciate the variation there. Oh well, more morning. Tuesday. Spot the center of the bridge. Hey, change your bait to red worms. There you go. Wormy. Cast your tackle near the water lilies. Oh, there it is. Oop, sorry. Just float to depths of 19. Apparently I can move it down or up, but I didn't realize that. Trying to reel it back in. There it goes. Oh, there you go. Interesting. So it's shallower than the last one, so apparently I have to adjust it to start with. Interesting. Sorry. Almost a full pound. Like crappy. Ooh, level up. Sweet. Alright, new items available. So XSR 1000 using cold water golden. Fish shot. I don't know what these things are. Thank you. And claim rewards. Okay. Leave the lake. Where are we going? X button. No, I just looked it up. I wouldn't have gotten it either, but I've seen enough of the trailers for their game that I have to reference that way. Alright, challenge complete. Lone Star Ranger 1. Enjoy exploring Lone Star Lake and its premises for a certain number of days to complete the challenge. Be sure to catch at least one fish each day. And then it shows you what you would be getting if you had the premium account. Good to know. Hey, good to see you there, Game Boy. Welcome, welcome. One Tuesday. Starting to do a little bit of fishing here on our new game here. Fishing Planet. You're able to enjoy a little bit more. Or be there yesterday. Dinner. Alright, first steps. Awesome. Now you know the basics of float fishing. You definitely need these skills throughout the rest of the game. State of Texas Advanced Fishing License. Alright. Lucky Start Pack for ultimate predator hunting. Various plays from big time catches. On yourself tackle and powerful enough occasion. Lands for trophies, bait bass, catfish, pike. Not hard, thank you. Apparently quite a bit of fishing all across the US here. Looks like the different fishing spots open up at different level increments, sorry. Yeah, level 4, level 5, level 8, level 10, 14, 18. 22, etc., etc. Couple, got one up there and Mongolia. And got a few over here in Europe too. Neat. That was only level 12. Level 3. Should be able to head over there, the Czech area at some point. Even South America here. Oh, cool. I can zoom out too. Don't have any in Australia. At least one in Africa, but it's just the Congo River. Yeah, a couple of international places, but generally US and Europe, I guess makes sense. Okay, so we got some missions and stuff here. Like raw inventory, in case you're curious what it was I was rolling with. My line is 17,918 out of 1,800. 17,981 out of 18,000, sorry. That's cool. It's apparently on swap them out for a period of time. Get worn out. My advanced license expires on the 18th. Apparently it's only an extra day to do the advanced fishing. I was just curious what the... There we go. I can take whatever I want. Release. No night fishing. And then there's no catch and release restrictions. Interesting. Just curious what the difference was. New Zealand. And the whole mega shop here with all their name brand fishing equipment. Start to catch listed fish in the lake. Okay, that's our main thing working on here. Finished up this one, which got us the. We'll keep that track then. Back over here then. Tranquil remote little lake is a true fisherman's gem located in the heart of Paris County of northeastern Texas. Situated in a small green plain between the two long and forking branches of the Sulphur River, meanders across the state. Lone Star Lake is your own private spot for recreational activities, and fishing is top of the list. That's because despite lake's size, relatively shallow waters are inhabited by nearly a dozen different fish species. Bluegill, deer, sunfish, smallmouth buffalo, spotted bass, just to name a few. Texan spring in the air, it's just the perfect time to spend the days out fishing to fulfill in solitude among the luscious green of late spring trees. No doubt Lone Star Lake will be your own private paradise for sharpening those angling skills and naturally relaxing atmosphere, idyllic beauty and harmony. Feel the wind from the cornfields, so gentle and warm against your skin, the rest of the senses. A reminder that summer almost here. On the little description there. But yeah, so that actually you can track the current weather and everything in the region. It's kind of neat. Number of fish species that can be found there and what of them I've managed to collect. So I have the trophy version for the bluegill there and there we go. That's cool too. Then it actually shows you what different preferred lures and stuff you can get that. You got the trophy version of the crappie. In case anyone was curious. Plus, you get a little information about all the different fish too, if there was something about them that you had a unique interest in. Like the little 3D models. Club. And my current licenses, again, if you're curious. My violation of license rules may result in a fine. Close immediately. Fines on credit. So at the moment, I have unlimited catch and release, so I don't have any restrictions. But once my advanced license expires, then if I get any of the trophy versions of bluegill or red deer or sunfish, then I have to release them. Can't keep them. Or the spotted bass, apparently. Interesting. And then the travel cost, that's kind of cool too. So if you wanted to travel all the way to the Congo River, then it apparently costs you travel distance. Fascinating. Okay, so I guess it depends on what it is we're trying to fish for. Let's just kind of go one at a time here. First flowing water is used most abundant areas with little vegetation and fast current. Okey-doke. Dough balls and semolina balls. I don't know if there's any spot here that specifically has a fast current one way or the other, but look up the information on this. Swampy exploration. Moving from the west along the lovely northern bank of Lone Star Lake, you discover an old wooden bridge that takes the opposite bank. Your lake is roughly divided by the bridge in two, as an open space of unfilled meadow gives way to shady thickets and clear main waters flow into a small shallow area of the lake densely grown with lily pads and water vegetation. If fishing on the wooden bridge, or head over to the sedge-grown shore. Either way, try luck catching spotted bass, great pickerel, bluegill, or green sunfish. Shallow waters, the swamp reservoir. We have Home Sweet Home. Welcome to the little piece of heaven you can call your own. A lovely wooden house on the bank of Lone Star Lake, hidden in a remote rural area of Perez County, Texas. Start trying to talk with a vague accent there. Only a few decades ago, Lone Star Lake was a nameless little pond amidst picturesque Texan wilderness. Owing to the efforts of local anglers, the pond was turned into a beautiful lake inhabited by many fish species like white crappie, golden shiner, river sunfish, bluegill, and blacktail shiner. Any angler dreams of living in a place like this, and now this dream is turning real. Texas is the place I really love to be. And all my exes live in Texas, so I hang my hat in Tennessee. Any angler dreams of living in a place like this, so grab your fishing rod and walk down the gradually sloping bank of the lake's blue waters to rest your sight on the dip rural view of the opposite shore with its distant hills and cornfields. Really, there's no place like home that you always want to go back to. And this section, Dam Road. I've crossed a narrow bridge, old wood crackling under the feet with every step of the way. You will find yourself exploring Lone Star Lake southern bank. Hey, when text ends up being like text, and I always get weird like I'm not reading it right. Like, no, it's typed wrong. Walk further east along the gradually sloping shore to find some marvelous fishing spots by the earthen dam that has both a border marking lake boundaries and a road that meanders through the Texas landscape to other distant places. Walk the soft green grass, discover just the right fishing spot that grants access to the deep part of the lake, just the perfect hideout for smallmouth buffalo or young channel catfish, countless bluegill or reindeer sunfish, and enjoy the heartwarming view of the lovely house surrounded by bushy green trees from across the lake. There you go. There are fishing spots here, so start at the Home Sweet Home and then just kind of figure out what we want to do from there. early in the morning. Alright, another white crappie here. I can even take a photo of it and everything too. Just the fish. Around with it. Hey, look, a fish! Fish guy! Fish! I have one! A fish! Okay, cool. You can see the different XP modifiers that you have. What you currently have in your keep net. Put him on the hook. Ah! Just wandering around. See what other parts of the lake look like. Makeshift campfire there. Trying to remember how I changed bait. When? On a rod. R button. Bouncing fish there. I spotted the red. There you got something. Like that keeps track of what you currently have in there. Catch thing there. Yeah. A little over half a pound. Bluegill. Certainly there's some distinctions as to which part of the lake you wind up standing on as far as what you can catch. I'm guessing those forks were on the other localities that I can bridge and everything else. I can see them from over here, but I can't walk there from here. Makes sense. That's the home that they mentioned in the home sweet home there. Doubting I can actually go in there, but I'm curious. I'm by a fence, so no. Can't vault or anything. No, I can't really go in there. I didn't expect to. There's not any much point. Context to the game. Still fun to look at. Weak ankles, huh? There you go. So yeah, we can actually walk to each of the areas around the lake, so that's good to know. Like a limitation as far as which part of the region you are allowed to go into. Nice spot. Yes, there's fish out there. I don't know what this does. Yeah, I think it's some sort of real speed or line tension and stuff. I'm not quite certain. Ooh. Lucky bobber. From certain or successful strikes in a row. Sweet. Not completely incompetent. Cool. Just kind of curious. Aim with the ZL. There you go. Move sprint. Yep, real speed. That's it. It's actually in the water there. The drag is the left and right, which I don't know a lot about fishing as far as how setting the drag is designed to function. I know when you're catching certain types of fish, it's more important, but for the type of yeah, it's kind of basically it's the gear resistance, from what I understand. But like I said, I'm not a fishing expert. I've never had to fish in that level. Most of the rods I've ever used don't have anything that fancy on it. Basically, just a string on a stick. Yeah, the aiming is what I was curious about. Some of the other stuff isn't context sensitive yet, like the landing net and whatnot. It's like I'm not doing it at fishing. Okay, cool. So I shift between cast styles. You want to do it thusly, where you're holding the one end and then basically throwing it, as opposed to the other way. Interesting. Also changes that visually, which is kind of curious. Bluegill. There you go. So that's how you would aim if you're trying to throw it out to a specific spot out in the water. Sorry. I didn't understand how the palm reader worked. I got through it properly. Green sunfish. New. Too far. I wish I had a better gauge as to when it is I should be out in the different spots of the water as far as trying to catch the specific creatures here. They do mention which types of preferred bait and lures and stuff they want. Yeah, apparently if I use this version of the casting, then I don't have the ability to aim with it. I can only aim with the other version. Interesting. Should I do the actual relative distance of the cast there? Dear sunfish, new. Alright, hit level 3 there. A new pond there unlocked. That doesn't need the fishery check area. Czech Republic. New items available. Got new reel there. New rods. Queens. Ooh, made a new level. I'm going for the big league. Hardcore predator tackle. Lucky start pack now. Alright, thank you. They'd open up some of the other fishing places like Missouri, New York, and whatnot. In case anyone was working on it at the moment. Sonic only jerking, keep your tackle. Yay. Successfully unsnagged. So this one allows me to add line or detract line. Yeah, the bread doesn't seem to get me as much as the worms seem to in this area. That stuff I snagged it on. I don't know that I need it for anything. There's a weird effect of the transparency I'll point out. Better this direction. I don't remember underwater items. Neat. And I can get other things like shoes and stuff too. That'd be why I wasn't getting anything. Dragon. Gonna be a nice relaxing day. Eventually need to start buying more bait and stuff from the shop. Oh, fishy. That's pretty much him. Yep, pretty close to filling up our fish bag there, so here's what we do with the fish after I'm done. Sell them somewhere? So far we have each of those. I gotten the golden shiner, the blacktail shiner, so kind of my next ones to work on there. Got any of those yet? That we finished up. Okay, get you curious about any currently ongoing competitions. Custom competitions. Tournaments. Doesn't have anything to worry about. Well, there's different premium stuff here in the shop. Fancy boats, whatnot. Can't even really use them for the places I can fish yet, but I guess if you bought some of them, that would give you access to some of those other places. Let's buy additional rods. Lures. Bill balls I don't have yet access to. Bread and worms, but I can also buy cheese. Pearl barley. A lot of these are only as useful for certain particular fish, which the ones I was working on weren't really those ones. They do like that though, showcase the different target fish that correlate with them. I was curious which one of these would be better for the shiner, but apparently either one of the two are kind of the same boat. None of these other ones are specifically targeted for them. The dough balls would be for the golden one. Sorry. ZL, they are. I don't know what these are for. Let's see flavored ground bait feeder mix. Attracting small sized fish. Great for a feeder. I understand. Basically, you would toss it out in the water to attract fish to that area and then start fishing for them. Interesting. Right. Is that really anything useful for me? So you need to convert your premium coins there to. See, I'm not sure what I do with the actual fish afterwards, or as how I turn those in for anything. Fish keeper. I can release them from here, but there. Answer my question. I just leave. Leaving banks, whatever it is I currently had on me.